Hi and Assalamualaikum. I'm Alasharim Tisalahuddin and today I'm going to talk about paper books benefits compared to ebooks. Nowadays, we live in a world of technologies where various new things have been created for mutual pleasure. People believe with the launch of ebooks, paper books industry will slowly disappear. Paper books are better than ebooks in various aspects and people are encouraged to read paper books. But why do we need to read paper books? Why paper books are better than ebooks? And is it true paper books will slowly disappear? We will find out the answers for the question throughout this video. I have always enjoyed reading ever since a child. My parents provide me different type of books and I read them until it is worn out. These days, I still enjoy reading books, whether in paper books form or ebooks form. And I briefly say that paper books warm my heart. For those who are curious about what do I mean by paper book and ebook, well, paper book is a printed book. It contains a lot of information and is separated by topics. It existed a long time ago and the first paper book is the Bay Psalm book published in Cambridge, Massachusetts on 1640 Anno Domini. Meanwhile, the ebook is an electronic version of the paper book which can be read by using the computer or an ebook reader. It started to take over the market in 2000 Anno Domini, which the first mass market ebook is Riding the Bullet by Stephen King. Both paper books and ebooks are different but united under one similarity. They offer the same literary work. Today, with the help of my experience, I will explain to all of you why paper books hold many different benefits that ebooks could never win over. Now, let us take a look at the first benefit of paper books. The paper books from the bookstore is legally yours after you pay for it with your own money. This means you could either resell the book after you finish reading it or just keep it on the shelf for memories. If you're a book lover, you would just keep it for collections. Other than that, you can simply leave your paper books in a car or unattended in a public place without having to worry about it being lost, as they are theft resistant. Next, according to the science, paper books is better for human health rather than ebooks. This leads us to the scientific benefits of paper books. Paper books are good for our health as it does not require electricity, unlike ebooks that use electricity 100%. By this means, we can read paper books before we sleep and even outdoor. Paper books are also good for eye health because we could not read in darks, which means we need a light source to read. It is better this way because light will not hit our eyes directly. For people who are struggling with insomnia or sleeping trouble, one of the best way to cope with these problems is by reading paper books, as it helps with brain activities and can help you sleep better. Now, let us consider in the children aspects, as paper books also benefited for them in a very good way. Young children should have wide imagination and they should start improving their comprehension at a very young age. Paper books help parents in solving these problems. Children whose parents read them a story from paper books will have better comprehension, unlike parents who choose to read a story from paper books. From ebooks. Other than that, children will have better imagination and even sense of touch if they read from paper books, as it allows them to touch directly and even contains better visualization. Besides that, Children will get less distracted if they read paper books and it is more appealing to them. Paper, book, Paper books help children in remembering better than ebooks. At the same time, paper books are truly beneficial for students and helps them study better. Students may think they are better off with ebooks because reading paper books is out of the trend these days. Little do they know, paper books are helpful for learning. If they read from paper books, the information will remain longer and even easier to recall. Other than that, you would prefer your version of textbook so that you can simply scribble or even highlight it, the important notes on the books. Last but not least, the writer's aspects are the most important out of all aspects that I have mentioned. With paper books, writers can reach their audience more easily with this means. By this means, the audience who choose paper books will eventually buy, read, and even continue to search for the writer's next project. Different from ebooks, writer can only direct the audience to a site and hoping for the audience to read their works, which has fewer chances for it to happen. Other than that, paper books are fairer to writers because they receive a lower percentage of the royalties for ebooks, which means they had to struggle for a living if they use ebook to publish their works. If you want to support a writer who is struggling, buy a paper books version of their books. These are the benefits of paper books and the reason why you should prefer paper books rather than ebooks. I encourage all of you to go look out for paper books and start to read them until it is worn out. I hope my speech will help you choose what is the best for your own good and will encourage those who prefer ebooks to make a change and start to read in paper book instead. For those who don't read but eventually saw the speech, you should start yours because everything in the world exists to end up in a book. Stephanie Malami, a French poet and critic. Thank you.